Alright, maybe I'll take one more day off and knock out the rest of the work once I'm feeling up to it.
Narukami, please. See that he stays safe.
สวัสดีเราหัวไหล่ทั้งหลายทำได้จริงๆแบบกดที่แนวตัวเองขึ้นมากลับมาถึงก็เป็นเบ้เลยกูกดที่ขวาเป็นทาวเวอร์จะตีเฉยแต่ขอโทนเกาะด้วยเป็นไงล่ะโอ้โหลืมกระหนักแหมที่ขวาแยะเดี๋ยวแดดอย่างเดียวเลยเมื่อกี้แน่ที่ขวาอ่ะอะไรวะขวาได้มาแล้วครับนี่ไม่ได้เล่นนานขนาดไหนก็นานถึงขนาดว่ามีรางวัลหมดคืนไงล่ะจะหาว่าไม่หายจริงเฮ้ยไปดูมีอีเวนต์เกเรเยอะเกินเยอะอะไรมากก็ไม่รู้ผมจะไปทำวันให้หมดก่อนขั้นแรกมันแสบตาเหลือเกินจ้องเข้าไปในดวงตาการทำเฟซประจำวันแบบสปีดรันมันมีเฟซเรารออยู่ไปกันปราบมิเรอร์ไมเดน
Solidify.
My inside shall be punished.
Fallen leaves, adorn my night into the wind.
The fuse is lit. Belongs to ice and snow.
เว็บประจำวันอยู่ไหนอีกอันหนึ่งเฮ้ยเอาเว็บประจำวันที่นี่ด้วยนะ อบดวงสายฟ้าและคุณได้รับทุยไหนเว็บประจำวันกว่าขอแสงมันแยงเข้าไปในดวงตาใช่ไหมล่ะ
Time to go.
เต็งทำแล้วนี่หว่าเอ๊ะเส้นทางสวนคืนก็ยังแจกแต่แมปปิ้งแมร์นะมึงอันแรกของเราตัวใหม่ก่อนถ้ากินาลีทิกนาลีหรืออะไรก็ว่าไปการเล็งโจมตีของทักกินาลีจะทำให้การโจมตี2ระดับเพื่อยิงเรดแล้วนอกจากนี้ถึงเป้าหมายแล้วนะเกิดคลัสเตอร์บลูมเรื่องตัวและโลกราการชาร์จวัดแล้วก็3 ครั้งถัดไปไม่ได้ทำให้ตายจริงๆหลอกเฮ้ยเสียงเท่ต้องเปิดไหมเนี่ยว้าวต้องหลอกไป
Can't see.
ปฏิกิริยาธาตุกระตุ้นโอ้โหมาเข้าใจยากลันดอมบูชิต
Come a little closer. You've been a naughty boy.
I'll uproot you.
เฮ้ยไม่เข้าใจหลักการแก้ขยายมากๆ
One with the forest.
Just like we rehearsed. Hi.
Let's nip that in the bud. Enshroud.
Let's spark things up a little.
ยินเยอะมากก็ไม่เข้าใจ ปฏิกิริยาธาตุอะไรครับเนี่ยตัวต่อไปกันเลยว่าอยู่ด้วยโรงเรียนนี่รู้อยู่แล้วทำอะไรได้ครับตัวที่ได้มาแล้วทำให้เกมการบวกง่าย
Dodge this.
You're in for a little shock.
This moment will be frozen in time. Freeze. Order guide you. Solidify.
Try not to enjoy this too much.
Frostbite. Dodge this.
Hey,
ไม่ได้ขายตัว5 ดาวนะขายตัวพิซซ่า วิ่งยิงน้องหันไปตอบเมนฝั่งนู้นครับทุ่มด้านเขียวนี่มันลูมินย้อมสีลูมินรสชาติเขียวแบบนี้แค่สกิลแต่ดูแรงๆนะฟลอรัลไซฟ์วันเดอร์ถ้าตัวละครที่ทำให้เกิดยาติดไฟแล้วมีแม่ขยายงอกเงยไฮเปอร์บูมเยอะเกินแต่ปุ๊บใจตัดไม้ใหม่เลยตัดไม้ก็คือมึงเพิ่มทุกธาตุอ่ะยาวงอกเงยลองซ้อนสองธาตุสินะ
Surrendering will be gentle.
เก็บอะไรวะเนี่ยผมได้เก็บอะไรอยู่ครับเนี่ย
Once there was a glorious
ใหม่ไม่เลยเดียวนะอุ๊ยเกือบได้10 โลซึ่งจำโลไม่ได้แล้วแป๊บนึงนะเฮ้ยยังมีอยู่โอ้โห112 38 64 24เอา5ดีกว่านะฮะ25 56 30 57 35 58 40 59 50เป็น5050แล้ว50 5510 11 12 13 63 โลสำหรับตอนนี้ถ้าเปิดอีกจะกลายเป็น73 โลแต่จงรีซี1ก็อยากได้ไอ้ที2เลยซี1มีแล้วเฮ้ยมีวาเพิ่มวันหนึ่ง ำประจำวันเราไปกินข้างหน้าดีกว่าข้างในเยอะมากแสงมันแยงก็ไปในดวงตาเลยนะ
Ad Astra. Thank you for completing today's commissions.
ไหนวัดที่มันเป็นอย่างไรหรอล่าอ๋อนี่มันเป็นเรียนชมเฮ้ยซีรีส์วัดจ้ะฮะหมูดอกเห็ดโฟลีฟเซอร์คิวถึงรูปประทับหมายก็คือสัญลักษณ์รูปดอกไม้สีกลีบเอาอย่างนกนี่วัดดีสมัยลูก
Now that we made it to Sumeru, our next objective should be to head to Sumeru City and find a way to meet with Lesser Lord Kusanali. And speaking of Lesser Lord Kusanali, even though we haven't heard too much about her, she doesn't seem to be the same deity who abducted your brother. But even so, people call Sumeru the Nation of Wisdom, you know. If we can get a chance to meet the God of Wisdom, maybe she can give us some useful information. But, Paimon doesn't know the way to Sumeru City. Maybe we can climb up to that spot with the statue of the Seven on it. That even if we can't see exactly where the city is, at least we'll be able to check for some smaller settlements nearby. Wait a second. Look! There's someone up ahead! Perfect timing! Now we can just ask for directions rather than wander around like lost adventurers. Hey there! We're not from around here and seem to have gotten a little lost. We'd like to ask for some directions. Huh? Did they not hear Paimon? Hey! You over there! Could you give us some directions?
Huh?
น่าเหมือนด้วย
What's going on here? There's no way she could have missed that. Wait! Could she be ignoring us? Well, even so, she might be heading someplace where we could find other people to ask. When we get the chance, we'll just ask someone else for direction. on, let's follow her. Just keep quiet. Make sure she doesn't notice us.
Yeah, follow the wind.
นกพิโอเรียบร้อยโอ้โหโอ้ยใหญ่เนี่ยมันมีนะทันพวกแบบนี้ว้าวมีเรืออีกเหรอไม่ใช่เรืออยู่แบบนี้ตัวที่ว่าเดินไม่ได้เนี่ยอะไรเว็บซีรีส์เห็ดก็แต่ตัวหลักใช้คัดพืชตัวหลักคัดพืชหน้าตาทาวเวลเลอร์เป็นไงวะ
This world is full of
Yeah. ไหนดูสิรัสคลาสเบลดโอ้อันนี้ตรงตัวเลยดาเมจทับไม้ปาไปเคยะอันนี้ล่ะโอ้ได้ดูเท่ๆนะอันตีเนี่ยโอ้อันนี้แลดูโหดนะครับไปโอเคไป
Want me to come along?
Huh? She just walked near that small waterfall and then suddenly vanished. Paimon thought this cave would lead to a village or something, but it looks like that's not the case. Look, she's sitting over there. Wait, she couldn't possibly be living here, could she? What should we do now? Do we try asking her for directions again? It looks like she's meditating or something. If we bother her now, she probably wouldn't let us off very lightly. Oh! What a lovely smell! It's coming from that sensor over there. This is definitely not your typical place to call home, but at least it smells nice. Huh? What's the matter? You don't look too good. What? Is the smell making you feel sick? Strange. Paimon doesn't feel anything. What's happening? Traveler? This...
ได้ลูกมีก็โดนวางยาว้าวโอ้โอ้ โ ไม่ได้ด้วยแสงมันแยงเข้าไปในดวงตานี่มันคุ้มที่เหรอเพื่อนโอเคเดี๋ยวมาไปประตูแป๊บ
Are you sure it's not serious? The traveler's been out for a long time now.
Yes, you can relax. Believe me, Master is extremely knowledgeable. If he says that she's going to be alright, then there's absolutely nothing to worry about. Oh, are you awake now?
Oh, thank goodness! Traveler, you're finally awake! Well, we're at... Good question. Where are we?
This is Gandharvaville. It was originally built by scholars from Sumeru as a place to rest in the rainforest. My name is Kale. I'm a trainee forest ranger. My master and I found you passed out during our patrol, so we brought you here. Oh, no things are necessary. I didn't do anything really. By the way, how are you feeling now? Any discomfort? Oh, that's Master's herbal medicine you're tasting. Before I forget, Master mentioned you should take more medicine once you wake up.
เมื่อกี้มีรองพื้นปิดเบอร์ซะด้วย
Kale, what's the matter? Were you trying to retrieve the medicine? As I've already told you, you must be careful with these.
Sorry, Master.
Now, the guide to Avidya Forest's edible fungi is clearly posted on our bulletin board. But if Farbode forgets which mushrooms to avoid one more time, I'll have no choice but to leave the guide somewhere a little more visible.
Right? This is the second time he's come down with food poisoning this month. I'll be sure to give him a good talking to.
Yes, please do. If, on the off chance, Farbode simply enjoys having little imaginary fairies dance before his eyes, then we'll just let him be. But the next time he requires any of our medicine, be... So, how are you doing? Feeling...
Oh, this is my master, Forest Watcher Tainari. He's chief officer over all the rangers here in Gandharvaville.
I already informed Paimon about the reason you fell unconscious earlier. But now that you're awake, it is common practice for Sumeru scholars of certain darshans to dedicate themselves to training and meditation in isolated areas. In hopes of asking directions, you two followed a scholar named Hypatia into her cave. The incense you smelled inside was the spirit borneol I just mentioned. That incense typically has no effect on most people, but for a very select few, it can have profound effects on one's cognition. Very good. Now, answer me this. Did you feel anything after passing out? Say, any out-of-body experiences? Or did you see anything while unconscious? Kale, let the others know to stop bringing their patrol logs here for now.
Huh? Why?
Because these two will be staying here for the next few days. They can have my room and I'll bunk with Amir.
Yes, Master Tainari.
พวกเดินไม่ได้เก็บของตรงนั้นเลยไม่เป็นไรเดี๋ยวค่อยว้าไป
Wait, hold on a second. Can you tell us what's going on?
Sure, let me fill you in. I originally planned to send you on your way once you finished your medicine.
Further observation?
No need to be hasty. As long as you have the capacity to judge between right and wrong, I promise that you'll understand the gravity of the situation. Based on what you saw after smelling the incense and losing consciousness, we can conclude that you experienced a powerful hallucination, which suggests your mental state is not in the best of shape. If you're skeptical, have a whiff of this.
Oh, are you okay?
You're experiencing a similar sensation as when you passed out, aren't you? So even though your condition is stable as of now, if I were to haphazardly let you leave, it's highly likely that you'd suddenly pass out again somewhere else. The rainforest is home to many fierce animals and hazardous areas. If something were to happen to you again, I'm afraid you might not be so lucky. For now, I suggest you continue taking your medicine each day and avoid wandering off on your own. Good. Now continue resting while I fire up another bowl of medicine for you.
Seriously? We just arrived in Sumeru and we're already having problems left and right. Paimon knows we're set on meeting Lesser Lord Kusanagi as soon as possible, but you really don't look too good. Hey, are you even listening to Paimon? Paimon's over here worrying about you, you know. What's weird? You mean how you're feeling now? You mean the vision of tree roots and red skies you saw? But if those weren't hallucinations, what could they be? Well, considering how unique you are, Paimon trusts your judgment here. If he misjudged your condition, then there's a chance you could get worse, right? Huh? You mean that Tainari already knows that what you saw weren't hallucinations? Oh, Paimon gets it now. That explains why you were so quiet earlier. Well, that settles it then. We'll stay here to rest up and figure out what's going on with your hallucinations. But it seems like asking Tainari might not be an option anymore. What do you think we should do? Good idea. Kale's pretty friendly. We can ask her tomorrow about what she knows regarding the Dendro Archon and customs in Sumeru. Rise and shine! Come on, it's time to go find Kale!
เมายานั่นแหละเมายาที่ภาพหลอนแต่ภาพหลอนเป็นของจริงไงเพราะไอ้นั่นรู้แต่ไม่บอกเราซึ่งเราก็รู้แต่เราก็ไม่พูดเหมือนกันเดี๋ยวนั่นมันเดนโดครับขวาแง่ลูกน่ากินยังมันไม่ไกลติดเหลืองเท่าไหร่เนี่ยโอ้ไม่ใช่ไม่ไกลอ่ะข้างหน้าเองที่ผายเอาแวะก่อนได้ไหมนั่นเดี๋ยวลุงแล้วเดี๋ยว น้ำโตอย่างนั้นเอ๊ะมีอะไรเปล่ามีว่ะแล้วอะไรคือหมอราชทัพพืชเรือหลังก็ได้ราชทัพพืชวิวเนี่ยอันนี้ก็มีว่ะมีทัพพืชที่ลองแป๊บถ้าพืชจริงๆนี่ไมล์โบว์เลยนะ
This world
ได้
is
กิน
full
ไอ
of
ของต้นใหม่ ไม่ใช่ แต่อันนี้มันเสาอ่ะมันเสาอ่ะไม่ใช่จริงหรออยู่ที่น้ำวะอันนี้ใช่เอาละนี่มันโตแน่นอนพออันนี้โตปุ๊บอันนี้ก็อยากเป็นเดิมนี่จะไปฟ้ายังไม่เกี่ยวไฟจุดไหมนี่ไม่รู้มีกฎหมายครับคนมีวิชั่นไฟเข้าวะวอดแน่นอนแต่ผมบอกเลย
Let's go get ourselves some answer.
ไม่ใช่เดี๋ยวมันก็มีสองมั้ง
Let's finish this quickly.
ไม่มีนอนต่อก็ได้ตัวใหญ่ไม่
It's time to pull the trigger.
All right, next let's see your right hand. Yeah, but please remember that you still need to be careful.
Yes, I will. By the way, Master, I still haven't received the patrol route for today.
Look, Kale, today's patrol will be a long one, so you won't be coming along this time. Besides, there's a chance we may encounter... well, you understand.
But I have a vision too! Am I useless to everyone now?
Don't talk like that, Kale. This is not something you need to be worrying about right now. Ah, there you are. Feeling any better?
Yeah, since we'll be staying here for now, we thought we might as well try lending a hand around here.
Seems you're not the type to sit back and take it easy for a while, huh? In that case, perhaps Kale could take you two for a patrol south of Gandharvaville for the day.
ทำไมต้องผมรู้ถึงคาซุฮะผสมกับไอ้นี่วะนายน้อยอ่ะ
And if you're feeling up to it, you can be responsible for cleaning the Statue of the Seven.
Tenari, we're ready to head out.
Roger, I'll be right there. All right, we'll be heading into the forest now.
Yes, you can count on me.
So, Kale, what exactly are we going to be doing today? Tainari mentioned cleaning the statue just now, but,
Well, a forest ranger's responsibilities can be pretty diverse. They handle a variety of tasks, like checking the condition of outlying roads. As for Master, well, he has to handle more dangerous areas of the rainforest. Today we can perform routine checks on the pathway lamps. Hi, Mom, Traveler, this way! You can leave the task of checking the lamps to me. In the meantime, you two can keep an eye out for anything unusual.
Yes, decent catch. Wait, I definitely have enough for a grand feast this time.
Elazar is a truly generous and endless.
อ้าวมีนักผจญภัยที่นี่ด้วยเนี่ยแต่ละที่นี่ก็มีกิวผจญภัยนะสิว่ะถ้ามีกิวผจญภัยกูรู้เจอแคทลีนเนี่ยเหรอ
Nothing wrong with these two lamps. Let's move to the next ones. Oh, this lamp seems to be getting a little wobbly. Let me make a note of it. No problems with this lamp. Good. The statue of the Seven is up on top of that large rock formation. You must have seen it when you came down this road before. It's pretty high up there, isn't it? Don't worry. If you're afraid you can't make it up there, I'm sure Master wouldn't mind if you don't clean. Oh? I guess I'll leave it up to you then.
Paimon will fly up with you and help you with those hard-to-reach areas. By the way, Kale, do you know anything about the Dendro Archon?
That depends. Are you referring to Greater Lord Rukkhadevata or Lesser Lord Kusanali?
มีสองคน
Huh? Greater Lord Rukkhadevata? Oh, is that the name of the former Dendro Archon?
Uh-huh. Greater Lord Rukkhadevata was Sumeru's first Dendro Archon. She created the rainforest as well as the wall of Samiel around the desert. Her works provided a means of peaceful living for everyone. To the people of Sumeru, she's not only a symbol of wisdom, but also of power and kindness. Unfortunately, she disappeared in a great calamity that occurred a few hundred years ago. According to what Master has told me, the sages later found the newly born Dendro Archon and whisked her back to Sumeru. To celebrate the reinstatement of their lost deity, the sages dubbed her Lesser Lord Kusanali and let it.
Uh-huh. Then what happened?
Well, and then... I'm not too sure what happened, to be honest.
Huh? You're not too sure? But aren't you from Sumeru?
Yeah, I'm from Sumeru. But...
Maybe it's difficult to discuss this topic with strangers. If that's the case, then don't worry, we understand.
No, it's not that. I'm not trying to hide something
เอา
from
มา
you.
ทำไมมันชูโพส
Besides, I don't consider you two strangers. Anyway, you two know Amber, right?
เฮ้ยอันนี้ในเมะนี่หว่าไม่ใช่ในมังงะ
Wait, Amber? You mean...
Yes, that's her. I once lived in Mondstadt for a while, and she helped me a lot during that time. You could even say that she helped
ไอ้
me
เบอร์นี่สาม
become a
เรือ
new
แล้วนะไอ้เบอร์
person.
นะ
There's no one like Amber. She lives life to the fullest while always adhering to her strong sense of justice. She's ready to answer the call for action at any moment. But if you ask me, she's a prime example of a true outrider. She's the... Sorry.
Paimon thought the work of Outriders was a little different from what you just described, but one thing's for sure. You really like Amber.
Sorry. I wasn't
เรือแรง
really
มาก
on just now. It must have sounded kind of weird.
It's alright, Kale. Knowing that you're a friend of Amber somehow makes Paimon suddenly feel a lot closer to you. So, how do you know that we've met Amber?
Well, after I returned to Sumeru, Amber and I have stayed in touch by writing each other letters. In one letter, she mentioned that Mondstadt was attacked by a fearsome dragon, but the city was saved by a mysterious blonde traveler and their float. I knew you two were the ones she mentioned in the letter the moment I saw you.
โอ้ไม่ใช่เบอร์นี่กี่นี่หว่า
Considering everything you've been through that day.
So that's how you knew.
Yep, so please know that you two have my complete trust. I wish I could tell you more about the Dendro Archon, but I have been away from Sumeru for some time.
That's alright. You've already helped us a lot. We had never even heard of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata or the Sanctuary of Surasthana.
Oh, I'm happy that was helpful. So that's why you're here.
Don't mention it. We are friends after all, right? Alright, we have a statue to clean.
You both have my thanks. Well, you two were up there cleaning.
ทางหน้าพุทธก่อนนะเอ๊ะโอ้โหมีดอกอันนี้เหรออ่ะเรียบร้อย คาวพาราตาคาวพาราตะแล้วตั้งอีกคนนึงยอดนักบินเขาไปด้วย วาขึ้นก็ได้ ปีนทำไมวะ ก็เปิดมาก่อนแล้วนี่
Huh. Now that Paimon looks at it, the deity that's carved on the statue is kinda small. Do you think she's supposed to be Greater Lord Rukkhadevata or Lesser Lord Kusanali? The name does seem to fit the statue somehow. Well, anyway, we'll have to figure that out later. Let's get started on cleaning the statue. Paimon will fly up and take care of the top, and you clean everything below. Nice work. That's one clean statue. Let's head down and meet up with Kale.
อ้าวนี่หายอ๋อนี่ต้นนี้เหรอ
Time to go.
ตัดเองตัดเองไงนั่งนี่อ้าวแม่
We're back.
Welcome back. You must be tired after all that climbing. Let's take a little break.
Yay, food! What kind of goodies did you bring? Hey, don't be a party pooper. It's not like Kale is a stranger or anything.
Besides, I prepared a nice portable dish that forest rangers like to eat called pita pockets. I hope you'll like them. Whoops! No, you dropped
ลวก
it
อย่างเงี้ย
Not to
ข
worry.
ยันลวกยัง
I
เลย
wrapped a few layers of oiled paper around each pita. They should be fine.
Oh, whew. Paimon nearly had a heart attack there.
วันนี้หล่นมา2 อย่างนะ
Those
เมื่อ
pitas
กี้มา
are
ประเภท
amazing.
นิ้วเนยเหรอ
You're quite the cook, Kale.
นี่จับอยู่นิ้วเกี้ย
Thank goodness you wrapped them in paper. Paimon wouldn't have been able to sleep at night knowing something so tasty had been wasted.
You really know how to compliment the chef, Paimon. Since you liked it so much, I'll be sure to give you a copy of the recipe sometime. I'll even include all my personal cooking pointers.
Yay! Thanks, Kale. It's hard to believe someone as diligent as you could have clumsy moments too.
Oh, I guess it happens from time.
So, Kale, don't you think that Tainari's a little too strict with you? Paimon knocks stuff over all the time flying around the Traveler, but she's never said anything. Everyone has their clumsy moments.
No, you've got the wrong idea about Master. Sure, he may seem a bit harsh at first. I've heard the veteran rangers say that Master is from some ancient and mysterious race that is known for their cunning wit and recluse. Oh, by the way, you've heard of the Academia, right? Well, there's a group called, well, anyway, because Master does a lot of research on plants, sages from the Academia have written him many times, but Master declines their offers every time, saying, Sumeru City is too noisy. It'd be bad for my ears. I know, right? I've always wanted to pet them too. Anyway, Master could have easily left the rainforest to take up a position at the Academia, but he chose to stay here instead as a forest watcher, helping them. In fact, Master's the one who taught me how to make pita pockets.
Really? Paimon would have never guessed that. Oh, speaking of Tainari, he was the one who took care of you after finding you passed out yesterday. Paimon's still kinda upset though. He kept scolding Paimon the entire way here.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Master might have been overreacting a little, but it's mostly because Paimon wouldn't stop yelling, Why, oh why? Is she going to die? It probably started to get under Master's skin after a while.
Hey! Don't laugh! Paimon was genuinely concerned about you. Hey! Now even Kale's starting to laugh. Ugh, that's it! Paimon won't forget this. It's time for some primordial wrath!
No! Don't touch me! I just... I didn't mean that.
Kale, are you okay? What's the matter?
No, I'm... I'm fine. I'm sorry. I must have startled you both reacting like that. Oh, well, it's getting late now.
Huh? What was up with Kale just now? And why is she in such a hurry all of a sudden?
'Ah, traveler. You've returned.
Yep, we're back.
Oh, Kale?
Oh, okay. Guess we'll just have to wait and talk to her tomorrow then.
ก็ถึง8 โมงวันถัดไปจ้าว่าไม่พอเอ๊ะเกือบดีหรือเปล่าวะไม่ดีเม็ดเกลือยังไม่ดีฉะนั้นก็วาร์ปไปเลยนะกันไปที่เวลา8 โมงเช้าของวันถัดไปก็แล้วนี่
Hyman was thinking,
นอนอะไรไปว่อน
what happened with Kale?
ไม่ได้นอนเราวาร์ปมา
Figure out what the problem might be. Maybe she's in a better mood now. Let's go check on her.
เลยครับติงาลี
Ah, it's you two. I was just about to go look for you.
Huh? Tainari? What are you doing here? Where's Kale?
I came to check on Kale's condition.
You mean she's sick? How could she be... Oh, wait a minute. Could it be because of what Paimon did yesterday?
No need to worry. Something as small as you could never harm her. Kale has been more excited than usual since you two arrived. A little too much so, to be honest. I suppose it's understandable, though. She hasn't been around anyone she considered a friend for some time now.
So, Tainari, what's really wrong with Kale?
Let's take this conversation elsewhere. Kale just fell asleep after taking her medicine.
โอ้ดีครับเดี๋ยวนะแป๊บนึงนะ A man and wine did the same อยู่ๆก็ชั่วก็ทันทีอ้าวทิ้งอาลิไปนานละเสียงล่าง
Alright, let's continue our conversation here, shall we? To be honest, I hadn't realized that you're that honorary knight from Mondstadt until Kale told me just now. I've also heard all about your deeds in Liyue and Inazuma. So, just to clarify, what I'm about to tell you about Kale is not because of who you are or your past feats. Instead, I am going to tell you because, well, because Kale asked me to. And honestly speaking, I was against Kale revealing her past to you. But she insisted, saying you two treated her with sincerity and as a friend.
So, Tainari, what exactly is wrong with Kale? You said this is something she's been dealing with for some time.
Right. Ever since she was a child, she's been afflicted with a disease called Elazar.
Elazar?
Yes, it's a disease unique to the lands of Sumeru. It is characterized by dark and hardened scales that form on the body. At first, the afflicted may only feel mild numbness on the affected area of the skin. However, as the disease progresses, one may begin feeling fatigued and in its final stages, The disease strips a person of the ability to control their own body.
That sounds terrifying. Wait, hold on. So when Kale seemed to be acting a little clumsy earlier?
Correct. That would be the effects of Elazar, which is precisely why I do not want her carrying or holding anything. With appropriate treatment, the disease can be effectively controlled before it progresses to a more serious stage. Nevertheless, Kale's mother still hoped that there was something out there. She handed Kale over to an organization known as the Fatui after one of their members lied and said they had a cure.
What? The Fatui?
Ah, it appears you are already familiar with them. That'll save me some explanation. Anyway, the person who eventually rescued Kale and brought her to me for care said that she had been given to a harbinger known as the Doctor. I have no idea how this doctor managed to do it, but her case of Elazar was completely stable for all the years that Kale was with them. However, Kale's days with the Fatui were anything but pleasant. Kale is a resilient individual and always tries to appear cheerful, but her experience with the Fatui has left deep scars. Even...
Oh, Paimon had no idea Kale's been through so much suffering.
Oh, by the way, Paimon, Kale wanted me to tell you that she's sorry for scaring you yesterday.
She doesn't need to apologize. None of this is her fault at all.
Well said. I hope you'll get a chance to tell her that in person the next time you see her. Kale once thought that it would be impossible for her to have any real friendships. I trust that you two will never let my trainee experience such emotional pain again.
Don't worry, Tainari. We'll take good care of her.
Well, it's not too serious at this point. She overexerted herself the last couple of days, which is what led to her breakdown this time. Though, I must admit that Kale's condition was much more stable when she first arrived here in Gandharvaville. She was interested in the work of the forest rangers the moment she saw us. Her stamina has gotten much worse recently. Though a moderate amount of physical exercise is always necessary. All right, now that I've told you about Kale's past, I think I'll head into the rainforest to find some ingredients.
Yeah, we'd like to do something to help Kale too.
All right, but I must warn you two. The rainforest is a dangerous place, especially for someone who's still recovering like the traveler. You must follow closely and listen to every instruction.
No problemo.
Let's go then. We'll be looking for a plant known as lunar lotus. It's often used to help those afflicted with Elazar recover their energy.
Hey, Tainari? Where exactly are we going to find this plant?
Lunar lotus can be found all over the rainforest, but it often grows right here around Gandharvaville.
Given the name, it sounds like we should be looking for it in the water.
You are correct. Lunar lotus grows in the water. When fully matured, they look like giant blue flowers floating on the water's surface. Quite an attractive species if you ask me. The large petals are actually the plant's leaves and sepals, which surround a very small flower. You should note that many of the plants found in Sumeru have names that are contrary to their species. Take the Kalpalata, for example. The plant is not a lotus at all, but rather a vine. And then there's the Sumeru rose, which is not a rose, completely contrary to its name.
Oh, okay then. Note to Paimon. Never bring up the topic of flowers with Tainari.
A fateful offering.
นี่อะไรนี้เห็ดเด้งดึงเห็ดเหนียวด้วยมีเห็ดเหนียวด้วยไม่ถึงว่าของบนมันจะได้กินทำไปถึงที่นั่นเลยแวะหน่อยนะวิ่งออกมานี่ผักอุ๊ยเอ๊ะ ที่ไม่เห็นรอยนี่หว่าไอ้สปอร์แกมาดิและ
One with nature.
เดี๋ยวฟังเพลงสู้ไปลุงนะ ไอ้โคตรโจ๊ะเลย อินเดียจัดตามมาเลยจ้ะยืนร้องเพลงก็นึงตัวนี้น่ารักเดียวไม่ทำอะไรหรอก
The wind knows me.
พอไอ้เพลงทูโคตรปั่นเลยเฮ้ยนี่มาเห็นเด้งนี่นะเพลงทูโคตรปั่นCluster leaf of the cultivation and four leaf circle นี่ธรรมชาติไม้อ๋อตัวสายธาตุไม้อีกนะเพลงว่ะ
One with nature. Clouds high. The birds call. The wind knows me.
Time for a light show.
เพลงปั่นดึกอย่างมีบางยูทูบยังครับหินน่าจะมีแหละเพลงออกแค่ภาพตรงนี้เดียไอ้กัน
There should be lunar lotuses growing somewhere in this area. Let's split up and begin searching. If you could manage to gather 4 of them, that would be sufficient. We'll rendezvous here once you've gathered the needed amount.
ชั่วโมงละชั่วโมงเอา
Alright, we've gathered enough lunar lotuses. Let's head back to meet Tainari. Hey Tainari, we found the lotuses you requested.
Let me take a look. Good, very good. I'm quite glad you two came along. Your exploration experience helped save me a lot of time here.
Hey, Tainari!
Oh, Tainari, someone's calling your name. They're dressed like a forest ranger.
Ah yes, that's Amir and the others. But didn't they just set off not too long ago? Let's go find out what's going on.
มาสลับชุดกับโกรู้นี่ก็ดูรู้เรื่องเลยเป็นเผ่าเดียวโกรู้นะได้ข่าวว่าเควสนี้ประมาณ5 ชั่วโมง
Thank goodness we found you here. We were just about to head back and find you at Gandharvaville.
What's going on?
We just discovered a withering zone.
The withering is back? But the patrol route you were on should have been already clear just a week ago. Can you tell me the exact location?
It's up ahead, deep in the river valley. It's appeared in a spot that blocks nearly the entire narrow part of the valley area, so we decided to come find you as quickly as possible.
And the radius of the contamination?
Sorry, I couldn't get a clear enough view to tell.
No one in our patrol team had a vision, and it appeared to still be spreading, so we didn't risk getting any closer.
Okay, I understand. You made the right decision.
Wait, Tainari, why don't you let us help you?
You two have only just arrived in Sumeru. You're still unfamiliar with many things in these lands. There's a unique type of anomaly that occurs in the Sumeru rainforest. It's called the withering. The affected areas not only cause nearby vegetation to wither, but it's also lethal to wildlife and even people. If you don't carry a vision, then you should...
Yes, Amir is absolutely right. I wasn't kidding when I said the rainforest is a dangerous place. As Amir said, only someone with a vision, that is, the power to manipulate elements, will be able to resist the withering's corrosive effects for a time.
That's right. If any of the forest rangers without a vision come across a withering zone, We've only someone with a vision can venture within a withering zone and find a way to deal with it. But you don't seem to carry a vision.
ไม่เชื่อกันเลย
Don't worry, she may not have a vision, but she's a real pro at using the power of the elements.
It seems the rumors about you are true. In that case,
พวกไปดูพลังมาด้วยแหละเรื่อง
you two may accompany me. We typically only teach visitors how to identify the withering as they're about to leave Gandharvaville. We'll make an exception today.
Victory ขอไทยแปลเป็นแดนบรณะอ๋อนั่นไง
Take it easy.
Stop. Don't move any further. Look there in the distance.
Huh? Where? Oh, look! Those plants have withered. That whole area is kinda gloomy. Oh, Paimon doesn't like the look of this.
That is the withering. All right, traveler. We're going to have to enter that withering zone. Once inside, we'll need to look for what we call tumors of the withering. If we eliminate those, then the area will be saved. Thank you. But I must warn you, don't push yourself. This is your first time handling this sort of thing, after all. Even with elemental powers, once you step inside the withering zone, you may experience extreme discomfort. You ready then? Let's go.
มันเป็นอย่างไรอยากเห็นสถานะ
First, we must locate any branches sustaining the withering zone.
เอาไปเติมแน่เลยเนี่ยอ๋อโอเคเลย แบบเดียวกันเป๊ะเลยเป็นโผกับวงลบโอ้ยอ๋อคือมันกลุ่มเกิดนี่มันว้าวเฮ้ยอันนี้ใช้สเปคเดียวกับของใต้ดินที่ดูอยู่อะไร
Fire hazard!
Into the wind. As one with wind and cloud. One with nature.
The fuse is lit!
อ๋ออาร์ตีเจ็บปวดรวดร้าวอะไรวะ โอ้ยคือยังจะพูดเกิดคาดอะไรกันด้วยเสียงเป็นนาราธิวาส
Great work. Now that all the branches have been cleared, we'll need to take care of the tumor.
a catch. Time for a light show.
Now, destroy the tumors of the withering. Yes, thanks to you two. We were able to quickly restore this area back to normal.
แต่มันเกิดแบบสุกจริงด้วย
Tainari? You make it sound like we did well, but why does Paimon have the feeling you're worried about something?
It's that obvious, huh? Recently, the rate at which the withering zone appears has been increasing. Even though we were able to quickly clear that withering zone, if that simply meant more work for me, then that wouldn't be an issue. For instance, even though we cleared out the withering zone, many of the plants that were affected will not recover. This presents a crisis for the ecosystem itself. Many plants in the rainforest are already in decline, directly impacting the wildlife that depends on those plants. And most disturbingly, as the appearances of withering zones have started to increase...
Huh? Well, why is that?
I'm still not sure of the exact reason. However, I've received word from acquaintances at the academia that similar cases are being reported for patients with other conditions. No, none that we know of. The withering has been recorded in Sumeru for millennia. By the way, have you heard of Irminsul before? Irminsul is a tree located deep beneath the surface. Although it isn't like any tree we know in a biological sense, you can basically think of it as a large tree that grows downwards rather than upwards. I'm sure you've heard of ley lines, right? They're like the roots of Irminsul, spreading and extending from a massive cavern deep under... Ley lines continually absorb the memories of this world, which are then funneled into Irminsul, allowing it to collect knowledge and wisdom from ancient times to present day. The Dendro Archon is known as the God of Wisdom because her consciousness is directly connected to it. And as for the withering, its emergence is related to a disease that's affecting it. That's right. My ancestors learned of this from Greater Lord Rukadevata's familiars a long time ago. I'm afraid we rangers will be battling the withering zones here. All right, that's enough on this topic for the time being.
Oh, yeah.
Follow the wind.
ได้แล้วก็แบกธุระ ขอบคุณจับขอบคุณทัชฮะมีน้องกว่าฉันโตว่ะ
The wind knows me. The clouds high. The birds call into the wind.
อ๋อนี่นี่คืออะไรวะฟ้าตลอดนี่จะขึ้นมาทุกอย่าง เปิดแล้วดิ
Oh, Tainari, you all made it back. How did it go?
The withering zone you reported has been taken care of. Huh. Wait, is that? Oh no, Hypatia!
Huh? What's wrong, Tainari?
This duskbird is Hypatia's designated courier for urgent news. You do remember her, don't you?
Oh, her? How could we forget?
Let me see what's written in the letter first.
So what's it say? And what's with that weird expression on your face? All Paimon sees are 3 squiggly
เดี๋ยว
lines.
ภาษาหมอเลย
Yes, allow me to explain. After we brought you from Hypatia's cave to conduct, she must have just finished. It's been nearly 3 days since she's had anything to eat.
What? You mean she's been sitting there for 3 days? Hey, wait, how did you know all that from just a few lines on the paper?
Well, obviously because this has happened before. Last time she drew 5 lines, and by the time we found her... Needless to say, Hypatia's been through worse, but we should still get to her as quickly as possible. I've got some emergency rations set aside for times like these. Paimon, Traveler, could you two bring these to her?
Wait, you want us to bring her the rations?
Let's find out. Here, Traveler, take a smell and see. So, how do you feel?
Huh? Really? You're not feeling even a little drowsy? But wait, how'd you know that she'd be okay this time?
Back when we were clearing the withering zone, I observed that she could adeptly manipulate the dendro element. And if I may ask, when I was telling you two about Irminsol's ley lines, was what I described similar at all to what you saw while you were unconscious? That's correct. Those weren't hallucinations at all. Though, because what you saw is of significant importance. My forefathers were shown much favor by Greater Lord Rukadevata. We took an oath to protect this nation together with her. Now, after seeing you in action with my own eyes, you have earned my confidence. When you passed out, your consciousness had connected directly. I could try to tell you more, but it would be better if you went to ask Hypatia instead.
That sounds nice and all, but will she really help us?
That was because when you ran into her, she was in a special phase of her training. Please, wait here for... Here, take these. It's a meal I packed for Hypatia, as well as some other ingredients. Also, here's a letter that I would like you to give to her. Just show it to... No. I should be the one thanking you.
Hypatia should still be in the cave. Let's go inside and see how she's doing.
This blinding sunlight is such a pain. No way I can.
Hypatia should still be in the cave. Let's go inside and see how she's doing. Hello? Hypatia? Hey, there's nobody here. Maybe she went out to look for some food. Let's try looking around the area.
Hehehe ตัวเล่ ตัวเล่ ฮัลโหลสวัสดีครับ ใช่
There you are.
เพราะฉันคือสแตนอีกคนหนึ่งไงล่ะ ถ้าน้องมาเล่นนะก็เปิดหน้าปกติแหละแต่ผมขี้เกียจอ่ะ
Hypatia, are you alright?
So hungry.
There's no way we can get her to eat in her current
ข้าวจะ
condition.
จับปลาหน่อยๆนะ
Let's try finding some water first. Huh? Wait. Why does it look super foggy outside all of a sudden?
นี่มันนานมากเลยนะนี่คือแค่ดับเบิลประจำวันแล้วก็มาเฟสเลยนะ
Hot things out here end up looking like this.
จะบอกอยู่ว่าเหมือนกันไม่ต้องเปิดหรอกเห็นคนเดียวก็พอแล้ว
What happened? And where are we?
วัดอะฮะอย่างนี้
Really? Oh, maybe you're right. Let's go investigate the area.
วัดฟักดอกไม้โตเหรอไม่ใช่สิอย่างนี้แหมภาพมันจะลื่นๆหน่อยใช่ไหม นักบอลกำลังฝันอยู่ มันก็น่าฝันแหละน่าใสจริงโอ้โห
Wow, this place is
โอ้ย
huge.
แสบตาจังเลยว่าการ์ดจอใหม่เนี่ย
Paimon knew there's something off about that cave. Let's think of a way to get over there and have a closer look. Who knows? Maybe we'll find a lead of some kind.
ทำไมบอลที่นี่มันเยอะเดี๋ยวโอ้โหดุด้วยโอ้โหดุโอ้โหดุ
One with wind and cloud.
ดุเหรอไม่ได้เล่นมา
I will have order.
ตายซะแหมตีเร็วด้วยนะบางครั้งก็ได้พบเห็นเด้งดึงในดันเจี้ยนของสเมรุด้วยบางอย่างก็พิเศษและไม่เคยรู้ว่าสเมรุเห็นนี้ไม่ได้เป็นหนึ่งในสูตรชีวิตสาธารณะอ๋อรักไก่ดีกว่าใช้ทันวะดึงในรักไก่ไม่ให้ปีนมาอย่างนี้เหรอวะที่พี่ยูยังใช้ i7 Gen 4 อยู่ครับไปทางไหนดีอ่ะไปทางเฮ้ยไปได้หลายที่ยังไม่รู้จะไปทางไหนก่อนเลยอันนี้ก็คือดันในเรื่องใช่ไหมเนี่ยต้องมีกล่องให้เราบ้างนะ สิ่งนี้มันคืออะไร Primeval Rosin ในดันเจียนของสมรู้บางครั้งจะได้พบกับ Primeval Rosin และเส้นทางที่ทุกคนที่เกี่ยวข้องกันหลังจากได้รู้ว่าอ๋อโอเคอันนี้เหมือนเก็บไปของอะไรนะอยู่ในดันของมินาซุมะตำบลนี้ไม่มีมั้งเอ้ยมีนี่หว่านั่นไงเราต้องเก็บ2 อันต้องได้เอาไปฝากก็แล้วกันนะหนักฝากด้วยเดี๋ยวซ้ายขวาก่อนแต่เราติดเควสก่อนน่าจะเปิดได้10 โลก่อนแยกย้ายสตรีมเกมอื่นต่อวันนี้สตรีมมาราธอนบอกเลยว่าวันนี้มันเกิดผมบอกแล้วที่3ที่ลงมาแล้ววะใช่หรอใช่ทางที่ลงมาโว้ย
Time to go.
วันนี้สตรีมมาราธอนนะครับมีหลายๆเกมหน่อย เจ้าคืออะไรไม่ต่อ
Follow the wind.
ไปตามทางมาก่อนแล้วกันเนาะด้านนี้ตอนนี้กำลัง1 ทุ่มใช่เฟสมันเข้าถึงง่ายกว่าก็จริงอะแต่ว่าตอนนี้คือยอดลิสต์ผมต้องเก็บชั่วโมงใหม่ไง
What happened just now? Why'd everything around us suddenly change?
ก็คือใน YouTube มันก็ลื่นตั้งแต่แรกไง แต่ในเฟซก็จะโดนล็อกกับ PVS ก่อนถ้าเกิดผมกลับไปสตรีมในเฟซอะก็คือแบบว่าต้องเก็บชั่วโมงแบบเล่นเกมอะไรไปเรื่อยๆเลยอะแล้วก็อาจจะไม่ได้หันมาพูดไม่ได้หันมาอะไรหน่อยเพราะว่าต้องเก็บชั่วโมงใหม่เพราะว่าหายไปนานมากยอดลีดไม่ขึ้นเลยอะเมื่อวันนั้นสตรีมไป2 เกมมันยอดลีดไม่ขึ้นเลยยอดเข้าถึงอะก็เลยมาสตรีมในนี้เป็นอนุสรณ์สถานไว้ก่อนโอ้เป็นเท่าไหร่เนี่ยดูครับเฮ้ยขาดหน่อยนึงอันนี้มึงเอาของอีเวนท์ที่แล้วมาใช้เป็นประโยชน์ด้วยวะเนี่ยเปลี่ยนแบบเนียนเนี่ยอะแขนทำให้มันซับซ้อนนะ โอเคแล้วก็เอาไปฝากมันก็ขาดด้วยนี่ดีนะมีสิ่งอำนวยความสะดวกเกิดหน้ากินแล้วนอนจนจบมันจะนับไหมล่ะ เปิดสตรีมทิ้งไว้นะแบบสตรีมทิ้งไว้เก็บชั่วโมงใหม่อะพอมันได้ของลื่นๆมามันก็อยากให้มันให้คนดูเห็นลื่นเลยไงเพราะว่าในเฟซก็คือต้องโดนล็อก ABS อ่ะก็ต้องไปหาคนมาช่วยกดให้ครบ100 คนนะจ๊ะ นี่โฆษณาเลยไล่
Gotcha.
The wind knows me. Fallen leaves adorn my nights. One with nature.
ก็อย่างแรงเลยนี่คืออะไรอ๋อ นี่คือของยอมแมวจากฝั่งนี้เองนะซิมะจ้างฟาร์มเจ็ดแค่ซื้อการ์ดจอมาแล้วไม่มีตังค์แล้ว รอคนโดเนทให้แล้วก็จ้างอีกทีหนึ่งนับไหม วาโลไปนี่ไงไปหัวแตกเล่นไงหัวแตกโชว์จะแตกแล้วใครช่างทำนี่เนาะแต่แมปทำสวยจริงว้าบอีกแล้วเหรอที่ขยันวาบแท้
What in Tibet is going on here? This place is getting weirder by the minute. Hey, what's the matter? You don't look so good.
วันนี้เรากลับมาอินาซุมะแล้วอันนี้มันก็ดีเดิมด้วยยุยไปต่อเพื่อมันยาวนะเนี่ยเอาจริงหายไปนานมากแล้วเพราะว่าหนึ่งเลยคือไปรับจอพิเศษเพื่อเอาการ์ดจอสองก็คือติด Tower of Fantasy แต่จริงๆคนที่ดราม่าเรื่อง2เกมเนี่ยผมอยากจะบอกเลยนะเล่นแรงก็เล่นไปเถอะ แต่อยากให้พูดอ่ะแต่ว่าไอ้เช่นชินอ่ะมีศักยภาพพอที่จะทำแบบเหมือนเกมที่มันอ่ะโคไคอ่ะที่แบบมีแอร์คอมโบมีอะไรเงี้ยเพิ่มพื้นที่สัก10 กิกก็ได้อะเพราะมันยังไงคือเกมมันก็เป็นเกมแบบพร้อมพอร์ตโทรศัพท์แล้วอ่ะยังอยู่อีกเหรอเวรเลย
What are you planning to do in this strange place?
Strange place. Plotting. You needn't worry about such things. They don't concern you.
เสียงมาอร่อยดีเกินแต่ฉันไม่ได้ใส่ท่าน้ำแข็งมาดิ
For the abyss.
Solidify. Order guide you.
Game's up. Fun's over.
ดุเลยดุ
Go to shut down!
Into the wind.
ไม่รู้ว่าจะมาถึงเอง
The birds come. One with nature.
ไปโลไปรถวะเดี๋ยวมีเมคานิกเหรอหมอโลมันไม่รถครับคัดซีนสงสัยตายเร็วไป
Why can't we beat this guy? Oh, Paimon doesn't get it.
อ๋อนี่มันเก่งคัดซีนนี่หว่า
Before, what's wrong this time?
Traveler. Though you may have managed to avert countless crises before, your good fortune was
ยังไม่ทันพอดียังเลยวะ
sooner or later. It's time you realize how weak and powerless you really are. Your brother. Oh, pitiful traveler. Are you really so
คน
ignorant?
ภาคนี้คอแตกแล้วมั้งเนี่ย
Are you just living in complete denial? His Highness has long since forsaken you. Your meager existence in his eyes is that of an
ดู
annoying
หน้าด้วยเล่นด้วยไหมนะ
only to be stepped. The bonds of love and family which drive you to find your sibling are utterly gone. Your journey is
ขิง
meaningless.
ไหม
But don't you fret now. Today will be your last.
ไอ้เก่งคัดซีนเอาเก็บ ยังอยู่เหรอแงนเดี๋ยวคุณผู้หญิงคุณขับ2 คนเองเหรอไม่ครับจำไม่ได้อะไรเราบันทึกไม่ได้ลัสตีหมดแล้วย้อนหลังได้คุณลูบินจำไม่ได้ไปดูย้อนหลังได้นะเหตุการณ์เมื่อกี้เราเห็นหมดแล้ว
What do we do? We haven't seen Hypatia anywhere out here. Oh, there she is! Quick, let's see how she's doing.
So sweet.
Well, the good news is that she's still conscious. Hey, why'd you drop her food on the floor like that? Oh, guess that makes sense. She does look kind of rough at the moment. Anyways, we can talk about this later. We better make sure she's alright first. Whoa, wait a sec. Look at all this fruit lying around her. We can put that to good use.
Who is there? Tainari, is that you?
เองอ่ะคุณเมินกูอ่ะจริง
Huh?
It's okay. You can relax, Hypatia. Tainari sent us here to bring you some food and water.
อย่างเดียวเองอยู่เป็นที่ดี
I see. So, you're friends of Tainari. I apologize for all the trouble I've caused. I'm grateful that you came so quickly to save me.
Well, actually, we didn't bring the fruit. It was already here when we arrived.
ยกมาให้แน่เลยเนี่ย
We were kind of wondering about that, actually. When we found you here, there was all this fruit lying around and even some juice dripping from your lips.
Oh, really? I seem to understand now. All the fruit was likely from my, neighbor. Must have come by and saw me like this.
Your neighbor? You mean there's someone else living nearby?
Oh? So you're able to see them too?
ชีวิตมันกระลำปีด้วยนะกระลำปีเดินได้
Wait a second, traveler. You say that before we arrived, you saw some mysterious creature and suddenly had a strange dream?
No, I actually do believe what the traveler is saying. I myself had a similar experience once before and ended up scaring my timid little neighbor here. You needn't worry. They mean you no harm. They only dragged you into the dream because they hoped to buy themselves a little time in order to scurry away.
So, Hypatia, just what kind of creature is your neighbor exactly?
I'm not sure what it's called, to be honest. But I do know that they have some sort of deeper connection with the Dendro Archon. I know this because the first time I saw them was also the exact day my consciousness was able to form a connection with Irminsul. Even after I opened my eyes and stopped meditating, my heart was still pounding, and my mind was racing with all the knowledge that I had touched. And at that very moment, I suddenly noticed a small figure at the opening of the cave. In my curiosity, I began to walk over to the creature. They must have already been used to me living in the cave, because they didn't seem to mind me approaching them. It wasn't until I crouched down next to them that they suddenly realized that I could see them.
Oh, and then?
And then I had a dream. I was convinced they'd never show up again. But sure enough, I saw them nearby a few days later. I feel like they aren't as afraid of me as the first time I approached them. Yes, no doubt about that. By the way, Tainari mentioned in his letter that you had questions for me regarding Irminsul.
Oh, wow.
Sorry about that.
Well, if somebody hadn't dropped the food earlier... Anyway, looks like we'll need to prepare something ourselves.
ไปดูเพื่อนบ้านเกมเองดิคนนั้นเอาทำข้าวให้กินอันนี้กูต้องทำข้าวเลี้ยงมึงเนี่ยไพมอน
First and talk about Irminsul later. Alright, we're up, traveler. Today's menu will feature sweet madame.
Sounds good. I've never tried any dishes from other nations before.
ไอมอนไม่ทำข้าวให้เราบ้างวะไปดูเกมเพื่อนบ้านนี้ออกไม่มีครับคนมีวิชั่นเข้าเขตมาดูพึบวอดทั้งป่า
All done. Let's use the empty box that
แต่ถ้าจะไม่รู้มีคนมีวิชั่นไฟนี่คือแปลกๆอะ
Oh, it smells amazing. And the box is a nice touch too.
อร่อยกว่าแน่นอนอันนี้
Are you already finished cooking? Smell.
อร่อยไหมเวทจบเถอะอยากเปิด10 โลแล้วเนี่ย
Even though everything you mentioned was in Tainari's letter, it's still hard to believe you were able to connect. It took me nearly 3 years before I could do so. You should know that some researchers spent their entire lives with...
So why does this incense allow people to connect to Irminsul?
The ingredients used to make spirit-born ale primarily consist of plants created by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. Since the root of the Dendro Archon's power lies within Irminsul, we can occasionally tap into her powers to peer into the depths of the earth. Naturally, anyone who can establish a connection with Irminsul in their first ever attempt must...
Makes sense. But Paimon's got a question. Why was she sensitive to the smell of those plants for such a long time?
That was primarily due to her body's unique constitution. Stimulated by the incense, she could perceive the Dendro Archon's power and experience the sensory overload. Taking in any scent similar to the ingredients of spirit-born ale would cause adverse effects. Not to worry though. It appears you've already fully recovered. Technically, your body should still be sensitive to the powers of the Dendro Archon.
That's a relief.
I must admit, I am quite envious of your abilities. Even if it meant suffering from pounding headaches for the rest of my life.
Whoa, you're really serious about this whole thing, aren't you?
I am a researcher after all. As a member of the Ritaoist Darshan at the Academia, my main area of research is the stars and their connection to the fate of living beings. But there is still so much, which is why I must turn to the all-knowing Irminsul for if only my perception wasn't so limited. Unfortunately, I am currently in the stage of training known as Satyavada life. Many researchers in Sumeru have lost their minds. Sages have said that Irminsul contains divine knowledge. And touching such knowledge without the proper preparations and abilities, that's why we meditate alone.
Whoa! So knowledge from Irminsul can be super dangerous.
Of course I do. Especially during nights that are pitch black with no moonlight. However, I've been feeling better as of late. I don't get as scared anymore knowing that I have a little neighbor living nearby. I believe that being able to see them is a sort of blessing from the dead. But what's strangest of all is that they're clearly an envoy of the god of wisdom herself.
What's so strange about that? It doesn't sound so out of place for a divine being, does it?
Well, it's strange because nearly nobody in Sumeru can ever dream.
Ah.
Yes, well, to an extent. Only children can dream in Sumeru. The sages say that wisdom implies rationality, but that which occurs in dreams is often neither rational nor logical. Yes, if one struggles with anxieties, those emotions could influence their dreams. The fact that the people of Sumeru do not have dreams is seen as a blessing by the sages. I was born into a family of scholars in Sumeru City. Ever since I was a child, I studied hard, enrolled as a student in the academia, but then, on the day I scared the little Aranara, I suddenly saw a dream again. It was incredible. Though I don't exactly remember what I saw, I clearly recall the feeling. Back then, I was foolish and ignorant as any youth would be. Just be sure not to speak of this if you travel to Sumeru City.
So, do you have any thoughts about the things she saw when she connected with Irminsul?
Sorry, I'm afraid I don't have any answers as of now. All I can say is that what you saw is a memory contained within Irminsul itself. World forget me. If only I could ascend past Satyavada life and begin Paripurna life. If you two are ever in the area again, please be sure to come and see me. There's no need to be thanking me. You two are my saviors.
Now that we know Hypatia is alright and have the chance to ask her some questions, Paimon thinks it's about time to head back to Gandharvaville.
เวทเดียวนอนสินะครับโอ้วาร์ปล็อกแค่นี้เวทเธอ
Think about it, Tainari. Refusing to join is tantamount to burying your head in the sand. I understand that you're a forest watcher and that it's your duty to combat the effects of withering zones. As Sage Kage clearly stated, your presence and guidance in Sumeru City is pivotal in finding a cure for Irminsul.
Keep your emotions in check, Ghulam. Let's at least listen to Tainari's reason for declining. We're here.
Sage Kage, I am truly honored that you came here in person. I am merely a forest watcher. How could the great minds of the Haravatat have any need of someone like me?
Well, it turns out that your refusal letter had some implications on your master's reputation. He is a renowned sage of the Immorta, after...
I see. Huh. And I figured that given his temper, he would come here and berate me personally.
Tainari, your master is an integral part of this effort.
And what exactly does my master need of me, Sage Kage?
You'll know once you've arrived in
And how long will I be required to stay?
There's no definite answer.
Do you mean to tell me that despite coming all the way here to Gandharvaville, you still can't answer the questions I laid out in the letter to my master? If that's the case, then I'm afraid I cannot give you a definite answer either.
Tainari, but you...
So be it. Come, Ghulam, we're leaving.
ไฮไลท์น่ากิน เดี๋ยวชนไหลไปปักแน่แล้วจะมีอะไร
Tainari, what was that all about?
It's nothing. Some people from the academia wanted me to go to Sumeru City to assist them with a project. But all that can wait. How did things go with Hypatia?
It was quite the eventful trip, but the main thing is that she's safe and sound.
Very good. Now that the traveler has made a full recovery, there shouldn't be any reason for you to tarry here longer.
That's right. We want to meet Lesser Lord Kusanali and ask her for advice.
Sorry, I'm afraid I don't have any advice for you there.
Well, do you at least know anyone we can...
Let me think. My trips to Sumeru City have been fairly short, and most of my acquaintances are researchers. How about this? I'll write you a letter of introduction that you can give to a researcher I know. Also, when you enter Sumeru City, you'll probably end up receiving something like this item here. I'm not sure if it will ever come in handy for you, but maybe you can give it a try.
Oh? What is it?
It's called an Akasha Terminal. It's a tool produced by the Academia that utilizes the legacy of Greater Lord Rukadevata. Needless to say, this device and its usage fall under the Academia's expertise.
Great! Next up, Sumeru City! That's right. Tainari, we have something important to say to Kale before we leave.
Yes, she's doing much better. After being confined to her bed all this time, I thought a little walk would do her some good. Last I saw her, she was taking the path towards the North Crossing. She knew you two would be leaving soon, so she must have wanted to see you off.
Thanks, Tainari. All right, let's go.
Farewell. And good luck to you both.
ถ้าเฟสเสร็จแล้วอ่ะถ้าจะเอานายไปด้วยนะจริงอ่ะเนี่ยมันขาดนิดเดียวเองอ่ะเลยนะต้องมากับฉันเดี๋ยวนี้ทันทีแต่ไม่มีการันตีแง่
I've been waiting for you two. Never mind.
โอ้ยไปด้วยป่ะ
I guess I should just wish you two a safe and successful journey.
Thanks for waiting here just to see us off, Kale. We're headed to Sumeru City.
Don't worry about me. I can take care of myself. My condition won't be getting in the way of my duties. I want to be a forest ranger after all. And, I'm sorry. I should have told you both about my condition when we first met. But I guess now I understand that the most important thing is for friends to be genuine with one another.
There's no need to apologize, Kale. We should be thanking you, for we're probably still gonna worry about your condition.
Thank you. That means a lot. Before you leave, I have something for you.
Oh? What is it?
It's my recipe for pita pockets. I told you that I'd give you a copy, remember?
Yay! Thanks, Kale. Now we can eat those scrumptious little pitas whenever and wherever we like.
I hope that whenever you eat them, you'll both remember your time here in Gandharvaville. Well then, I, trainee forest ranger Kale, bid you both farewell.
เพชรเถอะจะเพชรไหมเอาเว้ยได้เวลาลองกันละเดี๋ยวนะที่ปิดสตรีมไปดี
Ooh, let me open it.
ก็หนึ่งไอ้ตรงนี้มันคือในนี้เหรอใช่ไหมผมมันต้องในนี้แหละเป็นที่ไหนได้ใช่ไหมยิ่งไอ้กระช่างมาทำบ้านแถวนี้ถ้าเราจะเรียกฮะยังจะมีฮูลิโชอีกเหรอมาไม่ต้องท่องคาถาบนตาอะไรทั้งนั้นนี่จงรีซี2ก็อยากได้นะแนวเราเน้นตัวใหม่ Are you ready เฮงๆปะเจ๋งไอ้สัสคิดไปเลยโอ้โหฟิต C8 73 โลก็มาแล้ว
There are leaves around, and I know them.
ถึงเวลาในการแยกย้ายเดี๋ยวค่อยมาใหม่นะจ๊ะนี่คือแบบไวเจอกันอีกเกมหนึ่งนะจ๊ะ